Hi everyone, I'm Joel.
And I'm Nic.
Portable items, jewellery, laptops and mobile phones. They're the things we use and carry every single day.
But here's the problem. Many people don't realise those things are not always covered under a standard home insurance policy.
Jewellery often needs to be listed separately, and laptops or mobile phones may need portable items cover if you want them protected outside of your home.
Skip that step, and replacing those valuables could cost you thousands.
So stay tuned to learn how to keep your most important possessions properly insured.
And before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And tell us in the comments, what's your biggest question about home insurance?
How to insure portable items that leave the home. Contents insurance covers items in your home. But what about items that you take out of your home, such as your sporting equipment or portable electronics? Contents insurance protects your personal possessions inside your home against risks such as theft, fire, and flood. It typically covers items such as furniture, appliances, clothing, electronics, and homewares. But if you want to insure items that you take outside the home, then you may need additional cover for certain items, such as a laptop, phone, bicycle, or mobility scooter. For instance, with RACV contents insurance, you will always have general contents cover. However, there is a limit to how much is paid for specific valuable items in the event of a claim due to an insured event. To protect certain items, you might opt for portable items cover, which helps protect valuables that you or your family take outside your home, such as jewellery, watches, mobile phones, smartwatches, sunglasses, and hearing aids. Here's what you need to know about the option of portable items cover. What is portable items cover? Portable items cover is an optional extra that you can add to your RACV contents insurance. It covers eligible items that are lost, stolen, or unintentionally damaged outside your home. Portable items are defined as those contents items that you or your family own and are designed to leave your insured address with you, such as a handbag, wallet, laptop, camera, suitcase, or musical instrument, or on you, such as spectacles, sunglasses, jewellery, or clothing. Portable items cover groups and sum insured are shown separately on your current certificate of insurance. What does portable items cover insure? You can insure any of the following groups of contents under portable items cover. Jewellery and watches. Includes rings, watches, bracelets, and necklaces. Portable electronic devices. Includes laptops, cameras, mobile phones, audiovisual equipment, smartwatches, and fitness bands. Clothing and luggage. Includes baby capsules, clothes, luggage, and purses. Sporting and recreational items. Includes bicycles, musical items, camping and sporting equipment. Glasses and medical items. Includes sunglasses, prescription glasses, and hearing aids, and mobility scooters. What doesn't portable items cover insure? Portable items cover does not cover any of the following. If you scratch or dent an item, items being cleaned, repaired, or restored, fishing and sporting equipment, musical instruments or firearms while someone is using them, or a bicycle while being used in a competitive race or time trial. How much can portable items cover insure my items for? When adding portable items to a policy, the value covered, your sum insured, needs to be based on how much it would cost to replace the items at today's prices. You don't need to list individual items unless an item is worth more than $10,000. If you want coverage of an item for more than $10,000, you may be asked to provide a written valuation. Where can I take my portable items to remain covered? You can take your portable items anywhere in Australia or New Zealand and they will be covered for the insured amount under your portable items cover. If you take your items outside Australia or New Zealand, then coverage is limited to $10,000 for all items. How do I increase my cover for portable items? Your portable items cover can be increased at any time, provided you aren't in the process of making a claim for the item. After identifying what contents and the value of the items you would like covered, contact RACV to assist in updating the cover on your policy. For items over $10,000, please have a description for each item. For items over $25,000, please have a valuation certificate or purchase receipt available. How to insure precious items with contents insurance. Your standard contents insurance policy may not cover the replacement cost of certain high-value items in your home. That's where valuable items cover can help. Every year, thousands of Victorians lose their belongings due to theft. Crime Statistics Agency data for Victoria shows that over 300,000 property items were lost due to theft in the year ending March 2025, a 22% increase on the previous year. Having a contents insurance policy can provide peace of mind should an insured event occur, but it's important to understand what that policy entails. While many belongings may be adequately insured under your general contents, particular valuable items may not be. Valuable items cover is an optional extra that can be added to an RACV contents insurance policy that can help cover your most precious items for what they're worth. What is valuable items cover? Valuable items cover helps provide coverage for specific types of valuable items with a value higher than what is listed per the general contents limits. This feature is an optional extra that can be added to an RACV contents insurance policy or RACV home buildings and contents insurance policy. What items can be insured with valuable items cover? Items that can be insured under valuable items cover include works of art, paintings, pictures or sculptures, music, games and movies, CDs, DVDs, records, tapes, video game cartridges, and any sort of legally downloaded digital media, collections, cards, stamps, uncirculated mint issue or proof 2,500 in total coins or notes, ancient or rare coins or notes, sovereigns and bullions, or jewellery, rings, watches, bracelets, and necklaces. What if I want to insure an item not listed above? Any items that do not fall into the above categories should be insured as general contents. You should account for the replacement cost of these items when calculating your contents sum insured, also known as contents value. Do I need valuable items cover? Valuable items cover is an optional cover you can add to an RACV buildings and contents insurance or RACV contents insurance policy to increase your cover for groups of items such as works of art, music, games and movies, collections, or jewellery and watches. What happens if I don't take out valuable items cover? Valuable items cover is completely optional. However, without valuable items cover, the most that can be paid for works of art, jewellery, collections, or music, games, and movies is $2,500. This is regardless of their actual value. For example, if you have $3,000 worth of jewellery, but do not take out valuable items cover, then you can at most be paid $2,500 should an insured event occur. How much can my valuables be insured for? Where items can be replaced due to theft or damage, if RACV insurance replaces an item after it is stolen or damaged, it will replace it new for old as standard. When calculating the content sum insured for your policy, consider the replacement value of your items as well as the general contents limit. Individual items only need to be listed separately if they are valued at more than $10,000. Do I need to individually list every item included in my valuable items cover? You only need to list individual items that are worth more than $10,000. So even if you have an art collection worth $15,000, you only need to list individual items within that collection if they are worth $10,000 or more. Are my valuables insured if they leave my home? Valuable items cover does not cover items outside your home. They are also not covered if they are in the open air at your home site or at a storage facility. If you have high-value items that you regularly take outside of your home, such as a watch, you may wish to consider portable items cover. Are my valuables insured if I travel overseas? Valuable items cover does not cover valuable items taken outside the home, including overseas. Portable items insurance can cover items taken outside your home, including overseas. However, limits to cover apply if the item is taken outside of Australia or New Zealand. If your valuable item, such as a watch, is regularly taken outside your home, then you may wish to consider portable items cover. Do I need to prove the worth of my valuable items? In the event you need to make a claim, you may need to provide proof of the item's value, such as a receipt or certificate of valuation. How can I add valuable items cover to my contents insurance policy? You can add valuable items cover to your contents insurance or combined home buildings and contents insurance policies at any time. Valuable items cover and content sum insured are shown separately on your current certificate of insurance. How do I know if I have valuable items cover as part of my insurance policy? Valuable items cover, including the amount of cover, is shown on your renewal notice. Individual valuable items insured for more than $10,000 are also shown on your renewal. You can also request a certificate of insurance from RACV at any time to review your current policies and coverage. How to cover engagement and wedding rings, watches, and heirlooms. From how to insure an engagement ring to whether you're covered if you leave the house with your jewellery on. Here's some important information about insuring engagement rings, wedding rings, watches, and other jewellery items. Jewellery items are precious. Whether it's a luxury watch passed down through generations or a diamond engagement ring from a cherished proposal, some jewellery can have significant financial value as well as sentimental meaning. Unfortunately, jewellery is also one of the top items that burglars like to steal. It's important to check whether your contents insurance policy provides cover for your valuables. The last thing you need after an incident is to find out you are underinsured for your jewellery. So it's a good idea to check what you are covered for and to consider if you need to increase any limits. How do I insure my jewellery? RACV Contents Insurance offers peace of mind if your jewellery is lost, damaged, or stolen from inside your own home for up to a total of $2,500 for listed events. See the product disclosure statement. This includes rings, engagement rings and wedding rings, watches, bracelets, necklaces, and medals. It's important to understand that this automatic coverage of up to $2,500 is for all your jewellery and watches that you keep at home. If you wish to increase your cover for individual pieces of jewellery or a valuable watch that you keep at home or wear away from home, you may need valuable items cover or portable items cover, which are options you can add to your general RACV contents insurance policy. Is there optional cover that I can add to my policy for extra protection of my jewellery? RACV Insurance has a limit of $2,500 for jewellery and watches that's part of a general contents insurance policy. You can, however, increase your cover for jewellery and watches by insuring them as valuable items cover in your home. With this optional cover, you can choose to insure jewellery items and watches for more than the $2,500 that RACV Insurance would normally pay for them when they are part of your general contents insurance. For example, you may decide to insure your jewellery and watches under valuable items cover for $10,000. If you want to insure any one item for more than $10,000, then you need to list the item and its sum insured, and RACV Insurance may ask you to provide a written valuation. Portable items cover. This optional extra covers the jewellery items listed on the policy anywhere in Australia and New Zealand, and up to a maximum of $10,000 overseas. Valuable items cover and portable items cover are shown separately on your current certificate of insurance to your content sum insured. How much should I insure my jewellery for? How much you insure your jewellery for will depend on the value of your individual jewellery items and your policy, but it needs to be based on how much it would cost to replace the items at today's prices. If you underinsure your jewellery, you may be caught short if you need to repair or replace it. If you insure your jewellery for more than it costs to repair or replace it, you'll only be able to claim the actual cost, minus your excess. It may be worthwhile getting your jewellery valued by an expert who can provide you with documentation. You also need to be aware that any change to your policy may result in a change to your premium. Am I covered if I leave the house with my jewellery? It's important to check if your insurance policy covers jewellery items outside the home, as you may need to add optional cover to your policy. With RACV Home and Contents Insurance, a jewellery item is only covered outside of the home if you choose to add portable items cover for that jewellery. Portable items cover helps cover the items both inside and outside the home. Portable items cover should be considered for jewellery items that you regularly wear outside the home or before you take them with you on a holiday. Am I covered if I go overseas with my jewellery? If you've taken out portable items cover for your jewellery, the most RACV Insurance pays is $10,000 for all your items while you are overseas. Can I add a jewellery item to my contents insurance policy later? Most insurers understand that your needs can change over time, and generally you can add additional cover to your policy when you need it and don't need to wait until renewal. A trigger to check or add cover to your contents insurance policy could be after a big purchase, such as an engagement ring or a new watch. It's a good idea to do an annual check of your policy to help ensure it's still right for you. An annual check on your contents coverage helps to ensure your sum insured is enough to help replace items in your home with brand new ones at today's prices, in particular with collections that can increase in value over time. Does contents insurance cover for theft or damage? A general RACV contents insurance policy covers jewellery and watches that are inside your home for a total of $2,500 for listed events, including theft and certain types of damage. See the product disclosure statement for details on listed events. Are there any types of jewellery that aren't covered? Most types of jewellery, including watches and medals, can be covered under RACV contents insurance. However, loose gems and unset gemstones are not considered jewellery under this policy. What happens if I need to make a claim? What information is required? RACV insurance claims can be made online or by calling 131903. When an insurance claim is made, you may be asked to supply proof of ownership and value for an item, such as, but not limited to, a receipt, valuation, or photograph.
How to get coverage for your laptop with contents insurance. Laptops were made to be portable, but they have a high replacement cost. Find out about insuring your laptop at home and on the move. Laptops are indispensable tools in our modern lives, enabling us to work, study, and stay connected wherever we go. However, their portability, importance, and high replacement costs make laptops susceptible to theft and damage. Not only are laptops high on the list of what thieves want most from your home, but accidental damage or loss can leave you without a valuable asset that you may need frequently. Whether you're at home or on the move, insuring your laptop becomes a crucial consideration to safeguard your investment. Consider safeguarding your laptop with the right insurance coverage for added peace of mind whether you're at home or on the go. How can I insure my laptop? With RACV Contents Insurance, RACV Renters Insurance, or combined RACV Home and Contents Insurance, your laptop may be covered for certain insured events while it's inside your home. Should you need to make a claim, you will require proof of purchase, so make sure you keep your receipts and any other documentation. You also have the option to add accidental damage inside the home cover as an extra, providing protection for instances like accidentally dropping your laptop within your home. However, if the cover on your policy doesn't suit your needs, there are alternative methods to protect your laptop, such as subscribing to a manufacturer's care program, seeing if your credit card covers the purchase, or what is covered by the laptop's product disclosure statement. To ensure coverage beyond your home, you can consider portable items cover as an optional extra. How much should I insure my laptop for? Laptops can be one of the most common household items people forget to insure. Refer to your policy to check if it offers new for old cover. This type of coverage means your laptop may be insured for the full amount it would cost to repair or replace with a new one if an insured item is stolen, damaged, or destroyed by an event listed in your policy, minus your excess. Use a calculator to determine the total coverage amount you need, considering the replacement cost of your laptop. Underinsuring your laptop might leave you financially exposed in case of repairs or replacements after a covered event. RACV Contents Insurance doesn't impose a limit on computers and laptops within general contents inside the home. Laptops can also be included in optional portable items cover up to a value of $10,000, unless listed separately on your policy for more. What is my laptop covered for? Review your policy's product disclosure statement to understand the types of damage your laptop may be covered for. RACV Contents Insurance can cover laptops for listed unexpected events inside your home, including fire, flood, storm, and theft. You also have the option to add accidental damage inside the home cover as an extra, providing protection for instances like accidentally dropping your laptop within your home. Accidental damage provides cover for damage to general contents or valuable items that is caused unintentionally and happens in the home or at the site. A $300 excess applies. Is my laptop covered when I take it out of my house? Given the mobile nature of laptops, it would be a good idea to check whether your policy covers theft or damage outside of your home or when you travel. To extend coverage beyond your residence, you can consider portable items cover as an optional extra. This can safeguard your laptop when you take it out to work or school, or even if it's damaged in an open air area on your property, like the yard during a storm. Is my laptop covered in another state or country? If you have RACV portable items cover, your laptop may be insured for the full new for old amount up to a specified limit, regardless of your location globally. Additionally, adopting safety measures while traveling can further protect your laptop from potential risks. Is my laptop covered for work or business purposes? For those using laptops as part of their business, specialised business insurance is available. This can assist with covering laptops used as business equipment against listed events, such as accidental fire or theft. RACV Business Insurance caters to a variety of business professions, including trades, consultants, professionals, retail and hospitality store owners, domestic services, and repairs. How do I update my policy for my laptop cover? Regularly review your insurance coverage, especially after purchasing new and valuable items like laptops, to avoid underinsuring. You can update your RACV contents insurance policy at any time to include new purchases and add portable items cover. While accidental damage cover can be added at any time, changes to your policy may impact your premium. Please note, accidental damage cover cannot be added after the event has occurred. How do I make an insurance claim for my laptop with RACV? In the event you need to make a home insurance claim, RACV Insurance allows you to make online submissions 24/7. You can also contact the helpline at 131903, requiring proof of ownership and value. How to get mobile phone cover with contents insurance. Mobile phones can be costly to replace. Here's where you can find out more about insuring your iPhone, Android, or other mobile device. Mobile phones are a vital part of our lives, letting us do everything from stay instantly in touch with each other to browsing the internet, facilitating everything from banking and shopping to getting around town and working remotely. But being so conveniently portable, vital to our lives, and expensive to replace opens mobile phones up to both theft and damage. Even when at home, mobile phones are one of the top items burglars look for during break-ins. Thankfully, your phone can be covered as part of your contents insurance policy, as well as by other means. But there are a few things to be wary of to make sure you've got the right policy for your individual circumstances. Is my phone covered under my contents insurance policy? With RACV Contents Insurance or combined RACV Home and Contents Insurance, your phone may be covered for listed events while it's inside your house. It doesn't matter whether you have an iPhone, Android phone, or another device entirely. They can all be covered under your contents insurance. However, your contents insurance policy is not the only way you can help protect your phone. You may also have the option of subscribing to a care type program from the device manufacturer or mobile phone provider. Some credit cards also offer purchase protection, which may cover your new phone if the card was used to purchase it. Consulting the product disclosure statement can help determine what your phone may be covered for and whether a certain product is right for you. What sort of damage is my phone covered for? Check your individual policy's PDS to learn what types of damage your phone may be covered for. Under a contents insurance policy with RACV Insurance, your phone may be covered for listed events while inside your home, such as fire, flood, storm, and theft. RACV Contents Insurance also allows you to add accidental damage cover as an optional payable extra. This helps protect your phone should it be accidentally damaged. For example, if you drop it on your kitchen floor and it breaks. Accidental damage cover only covers accidents within your home, and an excess of $300 applies. Is my phone insured when I leave my house? The nature of mobile phones is that they're mobile and spend as much time away from home as you do. However, your contents insurance policy may not cover your phone for theft or damage outside of your home. RACV Contents Insurance offers the option of portable items cover as an optional payable extra, which can extend your cover to items that leave your home, such as phones. Portable items cover also helps protect your phone if it's damaged in an open air area on your property. For example, if it's left outside in the garden and damaged by a storm. I use my phone as part of my business. How do I insure it? Specialized small business insurance can help cover business tools and equipment, such as mobile phones, tablets, and laptops, against accidental fire or theft, collision, and other perils. RACV Insurance provides specialized business insurance for tradespeople, consultants, professionals, retail and hospitality store owners, including market stall holders, and those working in domestic services and repairs. Is my phone covered if I go overseas? If you have RACV portable items cover, your phone may be insured for the full new for old amount, up to $10,000, no matter where you travel in the world. There are also lots of ways you can help keep your phone safe while traveling. How to make an insurance claim with RACV Home Insurance. RACV Home Insurance claims can be made online or by calling 131903. When an insurance claim is made, you may be asked to supply proof of ownership and value for an item, such as, but not limited to, a receipt, valuation, or photograph. And there you have it, the simple way to make sure your valuables are properly protected.
Did anything surprise you? Let us know in the comments and tell us what else you'd like to know about this important topic.
If you want to dive deeper into all things home insurance, subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch the full RACV series.
Thanks for watching, and remember, the right cover can mean peace of mind.
Get more news and advice by downloading the RACV app to stay up to date with all our latest home, motoring and travel content.